Alright friends, so we are now at the eye section. For the eye, there we go. You are going to start with a very lightly drawn horizontal line. Okay. On the top of that horizontal line, you may make half an oval. Shouldn't say oval, because if you did an oval, it would look like this. That is not the shape of an eye. So we're going to do kind of like half of an almond. And then below that, you're going to do the same exact shape. One single line over, and then one bigger line over top. Now we all have like this little curve right here. That's where like your sleepies collect while you're sleeping, or if you tear up, you might be kind of dabbing this area of your eye. You're going to put a little bit of an eyelid up here, and that eyelid we can drag down. Now your eye. So using this as our example, your eye is not like this, okay? We do not see your entire iris and your entire pupil in your eye. We only see a little bit of it. So I chopped off this part of the eye, and I'm about to chop off this part of the eye. Because down here, you also have your bottom eyelid. Okay, so once you have that circle drawn in, you can draw it in where your pupil is, your iris, and then these are the whites of your eyes. And now this, even though it seems so small, is significant to making your eye look like an actual human eye, because cats, I mean, this isn't going to be perfect because I don't like cats, but cats might have eyes like this, where you can see a huge part of their pupil and iris. That is not how our eyes are. So including this rounder teardrop shape here is so important. Okay. Now I'm going to leave just some shapes of where I would like my highlight to be. And I'm going to lightly shade in everything around my highlight. So starting with my iris, I'm just doing a very, very light shade to my eye. I know that my pupil is really, really dark, so it's okay to put that in. This area I'm going to do really light. Now the corner of your eye right in here does have like a shadow to it, because the white of your eye is actually a ball. It is not a flat object, okay? So when you go to put your value in, you're going to put just a light amount. And then your eyelid is going to be darker and then lighter in the middle. So this is also where your eyelashes sit. And these are also folds of the skin. So anytime there's a fold, you can darken that area. Now if you were to look at someone around you, or even back at your own portrait, you will notice that this bottom eyelid part is actually a highlight. So you can just do a little bit dark edging underneath it. But please keep this line here still light, okay? Now the eye usually has a darker ring around it. So I'm just going to push my value in that area. being aware that eyes are reflective, so you will see highlights in there. Then I'm going to make these type of lines that go back and forth like this around my iris. Most of us have some interchanging colors within our eyes. And as I do that, I'm going to darken the top part of my eye some more. I want to adjust this. I'm going to lightly shade this in to begin with. Notice, you guys, how I have not added eyelashes. Okay? Eyelashes are like one of your very last details that you add. So I've added in just a light value around my eye. And then you will also have one underneath. Okay. Now this also represents a fold up here. So wherever that fold is will be a little bit darker, and then it's going to fade up again. So you will be using the whole value scale to draw each of these facial features. Anytime there's something that you don't think looks right just yet, continue to have that learner's mindset where it's not there yet, but it's close, okay? Drawing eyes is not one of those things that you're gonna learn how to do right away. In fact, I'm not one to draw eyes very often. I would say that this is probably my, I don't know, maybe my fourth attempt at drawing an eye, and I'm not amazing at it yet, but I'm still practicing. Okay, so notice how I'm going back in to darken some areas. Well, this is the point where we get to put those eyelashes in, okay? So now you're going to darken that eyelid right above your eye, and then darken the iris right below the eye, and the white of your eye will get darker. Because now your eye is reflecting your eyelashes that you have right above your iris and your pupil. Now please don't make your eyelashes like this, okay? Instead, I want you to make them look realistic. Now, for those who do it this way, this is not realistic with your eye over here, okay? It is not realistic to do teeny, 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 large, 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 okay? That looks like fake eyelashes. Instead, when you do your eye, you might have hair that goes in all different directions. Okay? So notice how with my mark making, I'm kind of making X's over top of each other. That shows more realistic eyes. Okay. Let me zoom in here just a little bit, if I'm able to. There we go. And cover up the light a little bit more. Your eyelashes should not be perfect, okay? I'm just going to darken up a little bit more around my eyelashes. So I am not looking for fancy girl eyelashes. I'm not looking for an eyeball with eyelashes on the side. Or pin straight eyelashes, because that's only SpongeBob has those. We are going more toward the realistic sense that we all have pretty messy eyelashes. Okay? And then right up in this space is where your eyebrow will be. Okay? With an eyebrow, you're going to take the same approach. You're going to do some quick crosshatchy marks. The more that you layer, the more value you have in those marks. Okay? Just go extremely slow. There is no pressure to be perfect. But please know that in order to do this well, you will need to do multiple attempts, so it is not going to be perfect the first time you try this. Okay? Multiple attempts at doing facial features is key.